everybody. How you all doing? How you doing? What's going on, everybody? Oh my goodness, I missed y'all. I know I haven't been here for the past couple of weeks, right? It's a couple of weeks. Yeah, I've been busy, but it's all good. It's all good. Welcome to our Sister to Sister Connection Live. I am super, super duper excited to be here with you all. Our girl Leticia is en route. She's coming in a few minutes, of course. We all have been busy. It's been a crazy. There she is.
Girl, I just switched devices. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Everything's so low.
You looking all good and stuff. Look at her. Look at her, girl.
All right. Give me 1 second because the sound is very low. So let me change my settings here.
That's fine.
Oh, yes. Now much better. Much better. All right. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so late. I'm so sorry.
Well, that's okay. I'm just getting on not too long ago. I was just saying that you were en route. You were en route to come on and everything, and that we both are busy.
Oh my God. Like we are really, really, y'all don't understand. It's like Twonta and I are busy at the same time. We always going through something at the same time. Always. Yeah. So we have been very busy since the beginning of this year. And, Twonta with her certification, me with my business, and a lot of other stuff I have planned coming up. So it's a good busy. It's not like, we didn't just stay away from you guys because we were sick of y'all. We missed y'all, and we hope that you guys missed us as well.
Yeah, like I said, it's been a crazy, crazy few months, but it's been very, very rewarding and promising at the same time. Along with that, of course, life happens. That also is contributed to that as well. But we got each other's back. We help each other. One can't do it, the other one like, I got you, girl, and vice versa. And all of that. And if we both can't do it, then it is what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah.
But we definitely try to keep you guys up to date when we do have one of those moments where we're not available to do the show or what have you. And of course, some of you guys have been like, it's all good. We go ahead and watch some of the repeats or what have you. And that's awesome to know.
Yes.
Watching some of the shows that we previously recorded. And that's awesome. But I know it's not the same with just actually having, fresh content, fresh conversation and all those things like that. And to see, each other and all of that. I get it. It's just like, but now that we're here, we're going to take full advantage of it tonight. So again, I'm your girl, Twonta Jones. I'm the content creator of the show and all that good stuff. I'll come up, I'll try my best, by God's help, of course, come up with some good content that we can all talk about and relate about. And at the same time, we also share some other juiciness in what we have in the show. And my blocks, okay, no. I'm about to say, I don't know why my thing is acting on cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But yeah, we have other segments like What's News, and so that's also new as well. So yeah, we're just so excited about all the different things that we have implemented and other things to come. And we also getting ready, guys. We are getting ready.
I know we're getting ready for our self-care. And for those of you I wanted to do it this way. For those of you on our email list already, we're going to send you guys like an opportunity to purchase your tickets first. Therese, am I breaking up or is Twonta breaking up? Because
I need to know because I see myself just going in and out, in and out.
Let's make sure, and y'all let us know if I'm breaking up or if it's Twanta's breaking up. I want to make sure because what we want to share right now is very important regarding the self-care event. All right. What did she say in the chat?
It's me.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, you're back now. You're moving around now. Yeah, you're moving around now. You're good.
Because we have an ice storm going on here.
We are too. We had some. We're in the middle of some really bad weather.
Oh yeah. So we've been having that all day today. So that might be a factor to us being interrupted every now and then. So
Mhm.
God, we got power though. Whew.
Amen to that. Thank you, Diane. It's
Oh,
she's saying it's
cool. It's
clear on
clear on
YouTube.
YouTube.
Okay.
Okay, good. That's good to know. Yeah,
Right.
but go ahead
So
and talk about the self care.
well, yeah, I'm gonna let you get into the details, but for those of you who want to get tickets for this, I'm going to send an email out tomorrow to everyone who's on our email list. Let you guys get the first dibs and opportunity to sign up for these tickets because we have a special guest coming on this self-care, and y'all don't want to miss it. She has an awesome thing to talk about. She's just joined our community, and she's going to be giving you guys tons and tons of value. And hey, Diane, she's going to give you guys a whole lot of value, so you don't want to forget about getting your tickets. So our community members and our sister to sister connection tribe, and also those of you who are on our email list, y'all going to get the link to purchase your tickets on tomorrow.
Yeah, that I'm so excited. I cannot wait
Me too. Me
for
too.
this self care event. It's been what we had our last one was last year, right?
Yeah,
Was
last year.
it was last
Absolutely.
year? Yeah. So of course, and we told you that we were going to make some changes with it,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm glad we are doing that,
Yeah, this
right?
is the
Because
year change.
it is. And this is more for us for the mental state now versus the physical part of us. Even
Mm-hmm.
though we were talking about mental state when we were pampering
Mm-hmm.
ourselves about that was fun. But I
Right.
wanted to dig a little bit deeper and just take it off a little bit from the physical point of view and really focus more on the mental
Mm-hmm.
standpoint of it. So Leticia, she went on ahead and did her thing. And we she connected with this phenomenal beautiful woman, and she's going to be the first guest coming up in March, y'all. Coming up in
Yeah.
March,
Yeah.
March 25th. Um,
25th.
is on at 11 o'clock, which is on a
Yes.
Saturday. So it's going to be a brunch
Yes.
hour, right?
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited too. And so y'all keep yourself abreast at when we're
Mm-hmm.
going to bring this information out to you. She's already had brought that to you now, but make sure you guys be on the lookout so you guys can get your tickets and all those things.
Mm-hmm.
um because we definitely are expecting a good crowd of you
Mm-hmm.
ladies to participate in this
Mm-hmm.
event. It's going to be an event that I really highly recommend that you definitely take advantage of,
Mm-hmm.
because it applies to all of us when it comes to
Everybody.
state, when it comes to our mental, our mindset, and the things that we're going on. Hey, LaShawn, I don't, you should not miss this opportunity. That's
You
all I'm.
should not. And in the future, and Twonta and I wholeheartedly mean this. If any one of you would like to participate in our self-care event, being a special speaker, this is
Yeah.
an awesome opportunity for you to get in front of an audience that is new. We do vet everybody, so that's number one, right? So send us an email at sister to sister connection at gmail.com and
Mm-hmm.
let us know like what value can you give to our community and share with our community, and we also allow you to offer whatever it is that you have to offer that's going to benefit the community. So we are very selective on who's a part of our self-care event. We don't even record our self-care events. That's how exclusive they are. So you definitely want to get in the room and take advantage of this opportunity, and we
Mm-hmm.
would love to have you. So we have a special guest coming on this month, and I'll announce who she is and very soon. But yeah, those of you who are on our email list and in our tribe, y'all gonna already know tomorrow.
Yes,
Thank you,
exactly. You
Joyce.
will know tomorrow. And again, ladies, just get yourself prepared for this. It's going to be a great conversation,
Yes,
a
it
great
is.
dialogue, and I pray that it will be, something life changing for us,
It
because
will.
we still have 2023. We still got how many more months out of this year? We got 6 more months. No, I'm lying.
Girl,
We got 8 more months, right? 8 more months at least.
got about 10. Yeah.
Yeah, we got some time.
Yeah.
And as we get through each month, we're going to go through some things. We're going to be
Right.
challenged with some things, and it's going to affect our mental
Mm-hmm.
state. So definitely put this in your on your radar.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it's on the 25th of this coming month of
Mm-hmm.
March, at on a Saturday at 11 a.m. And go ahead and sign up, get your ticket, so you could be blessed by this powerful sister that's going to be on our show. That's going to be
She is
awesome.
awesome.
Yeah, awesome. Tonight we are going to be talking about our topic.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Check It.
Check it. Check it.
Check it, honey.
Yes.
Check.
Yes.
All right. And let me tell you what that is all about. I shared it with my girl last night. It's basically like a self evaluation. And we have talked about self evaluation numerous of times in this show. But I wanted to just do a little turn on that in regards of what I mean by check it. Instead of checking the people that's been offensive to us, we need to start checking ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
right? Before, we embark in other things or move into another relationship or whatever that it may be. So yeah, we're going to talk about it. We have 6 points tonight. Yeah, I got real serious. I'm gonna put this down here because we need to talk about that. Right. And we're gonna go through them as quick but not fast, but quick enough that we don't have to be on it too long. But I want you ladies just basically to apply that to yourself. I think it is important, Tisha, that we do. I don't even think a monthly self check is what we need. I think we need to do like a daily self check, if not like a weekly self check. I think that's so important because we deal with so much every single day. Every day is different. We can't predict how tomorrow, if we see tomorrow, is going to be, and we don't know how our temperament is going to be, because whatever we face is going to challenge our temperament. It's going to challenge how we feel and whatnot. And we may wake up feeling good, but we may come across something, and it may, turn us a little bit, and we may get a little bit offensive. We may get a little bit, outside ourselves. So, we definitely need to do a self evaluation on our temperament, on our attitudes, and all. And we're going to talk about those things. We need to just really be very honest with ourselves and not lie to ourselves, because that's what we do. We just have this cover up that everything is all good, but honestly we're not good. We don't want the outside world or the public to see our insecurities or our dirtiness or what have you.
Right.
We don't
Right.
to get this image that everything is perfect in our world, but it really, really isn't. But we don't have a problem to point that finger to that person and say, "Oh, you need to check your attitude," or "You need to check your this or that." But at the end of the day, we need to do that, right? We need to do that. So, yeah. Do you want to elaborate on that, Tish?
I think that is important because it gets us out of making excuses and controlling our own behaviors. Because no matter what situation that you're in, no one controls your behaviors or your reaction to it. And I think definitely this particular topic is much needed right now, is because as we get into the season of elevation, as we get into the season of stepping into our pure greatness, there's going to be challenges that's going to come up. So taking those moments when you're like saying, "Hey, am I getting too emotional, or am I letting my business, my emotions get too involved in my business, or am
Yeah.
I letting my emotions get too, am I getting too attached to my feelings and it's stopping me from moving to that next level?" So
Right.
again, we gotta really if you can't check no one unless you check yourself. Let's
Mm,
just be honest. We have probably have a lot of members and friends and colleagues that are quick to check everybody else in the room, but they feel like they're flawless. So this is really about holding yourself accountable for who you are and where you're at currently in life, and being honest and healing, having taken that process of healing and breakthrough and self-evaluation and self-reflection and all those selves.
that-
Self-awareness, all the selves, right?
Mhm,
All
mhm.
the selves.
All ourselves,
Yes,
absolutely.
yes.
We're going to go ahead and start with point number one. What we need to check is our attitude. That's number one. We need to check our attitude. That is the most important thing that we have to check, because again, every single day we are being challenged, and we can't predict what comes up next within that day. And it can affect our mood. It can affect how we respond, how we act, whether it's our family, our kids, when they're at school, or something happened at school, or with our spouse, or, they not acting right, or they expect us to do something different, or whatever the case may be. We need to check our attitude. How good is our attitude? I mean, think about it. Would you want to be in the same room with you? Come on.
Would you want to be in a relationship with you? Would you want to buy from you? Like, would you want to buy from yourself with your attitude?
on. Okay. That is so true. Would you want to be bothered with you? Because I'm telling you, if you say no, then you know you need to do a check it. You need to check it for real, for real. And especially if you already had people telling you about your attitude, telling you about your presentation, how you come up across, with that nastiness. You want to go ahead and chuck them. You just want to go ahead and just slice and dice. You just want to go ahead and just, spew them out with all kind of venom, because you know how we get like, excuse you, you don't know me, and da 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 da, right? But they said something because it hit a nerve. They said something, and it's true, right? And you don't want to admit that. But when you leave all that chaos and you go back to your own chaos at your house, and it's just you by yourself, but but it's chaotic in your world. You need to look at yourself in the mirror and you be like, you know what? I really do need to check my attitude. I really do need to get it together, because I am ruining, the possibilities of what, God has already put forward in my life. He put right people, connections, co-workers, whatever that is, and we got to really admit to ourselves, yeah, I have an attitude problem. Yeah, I have a temper problem. Yeah, I have an accusation problem. Yeah, I have a jealousy problem. Yeah, I have a gossipy problem. Whatever it is, right? So you definitely admit to yourself, yeah, I do have an attitude problem, because I definitely quickly jump the gun. I assume too quickly, or I get my defense mechanism all spired up, because I'm somebody saying something about me, I go off. They don't know me from Adam. Da, 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 da. And yeah, they may not know you, but you make it even worse, because you go ahead and start getting on street with them, then you prove them right.
Absolutely. Give yourself that attitude adjustment. Sorry, y'all, that's Tori.
Yes.
Give yourself the attitude adjustment, because in life and in business, there's always going to be times that come up where we say, like, I was on a call this morning and a young lady was like, oh my God, I'm not getting that much customers and this, that, and the third. And she asked for advice. But after she asked for advice, she said, I know I'm doing everything. So if anybody has any advice to give me, let me know. So I said, girl, I ain't giving you no advice, because in my head, I'm like, you said you know you're doing everything. So if you feel you're doing everything, then that means anything else that anybody tells you, you're not going to listen to. So it's that attitude adjustment to know that, number one, we all are not really doing everything. You don't want to ever say that, because it limits you from making improvements, from making adjustments in elevating in life and in business, right? So that attitude adjustment is important. And when it comes to attitude, y'all, if you focus on the negative, that's going to grow. It's going to grow. And I have to constantly internally do this with myself. If I focus on the amount of people that said no, instead of focus on the people who are coming and are going to say yes, right? I'm not going to grow from there. If I focus on me assuming and thinking that nobody's going to show up, then that's what's going to happen, instead of focusing on the people who are going to show up. Right. And on top of that, you got to watch your attitude too, because people know that. And I've been saying this for years. Like, people think, okay, I'm going live or I'm making posts and nobody really knows like how I feel. Yes, they do. They can see it in your facial expressions. They can tell they can see your level of consistency and all those things. People want to see positivity and inspiration from you. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know for me personally, I know right now God is helping me with my attitude adjustments when it comes to people that, are personal in my life, because, I'm still itching on their bad behaviors and their mannerisms, and it could get the best of me sometimes, because I'll be like, come on, you old as dirt, you still tripping, that so I ask God to help me with me, because I know I could just go real cutthroat. I don't care. But, at the same time, it also reflects me. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got to be mindful of how you present yourself, because people will see you as that, even though that's not really you, but it is, since it is you, does that make sense? It is you. I mean, there's some areas that needs to be clean. You know what I mean? You got this, you got 50% of the area of that table cleaned out, but there's still some spots, there's still some stains that needs a little bit more that elbow grease, as they call it, because no matter how much you get that table polished, yet there's still some stains that kind of distorts that whole that part of that table. So you definitely need to get that part of you. It needs to be taken care of, and not overlooked. Not overlooked. Some areas you can easily say, Lord, thank you for delivering from that. Thank you for helping with this, because I really do want to improve. I really want to do better. I really want to have a conversation and not get upset, or not take things personally, or not get offended, or not go ahead and get my defense mode going on and then start accusing. I don't want to do that anymore. I want to be different. I want to be more cordial. I want to be
Yes, I
more,
agree.
more sympathetic,
Mm-hmm.
more friendly. How about
Yeah,
that? You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
It makes total sense. And I want to add to that, when we're in a season in our life or in our business where we have lack, or when we feel like we're more overwhelmed, I
Right.
think that's the best time to celebrate other women. And I even had to start implementing that in my life, where sometimes when we're not living a life, or having in or our business is not where it needs to be, and but we see other people celebrating their success, and they're like, oh my god, I earned this, or I got this,
Yeah.
or I got this new client, or I made this money. Sometimes we feel like, well, I ain't going to say congratulations, or I'm not going to say nothing. Well, you should celebrate. You
You
should
should celebrate
celebrate. And I feel like
that.
success and elevation and blessings, I feel like all that stuff is contagious. Just like negativity can be contagious, so so is, blessings and all that stuff. So all that is very contagious. So try, when you're in this negative state season in your life, or just your day, just your day, like, oh, today's not my day. Try
Yeah.
seeing on social media, who can you celebrate? Who
Right.
can you celebrate, and see what karma would do? I think that's very important, because a lot of times, obviously when we're in this bad place mentally and all that stuff, we go straight to looking at negative things and watching things that's not feeding us, and that makes us even more of have an attitude, you
Yeah.
know and
Absolutely.
also, you got to check yourself. You got to check your attitude. You have to get yourself out of that feeling. Nobody else can get you out of that. If that's the thing you depend on, then
Yeah.
that's not really a good way to live, waiting for other people to make you happy and get you out of that attitude state.
Yeah. And you know what? In this journey that we're all in
Mhm.
individually, don't look for the people to be a part of that journey. Sometimes you have to walk this journey alone.
Right.
Sometimes,
Amen.
you have to work this journey alone, because if not, you're going to get so easily distracted
Right.
by the personality of those persons that's in your journey. Okay.
Right. Sometimes you gotta do it alone, and a
Yeah.
lot of times those people who dropped off, eventually they'll come back. They'll start getting on the train with you,
Hmm.
and everyone's season's different.
It is.
You can. Somebody
Exactly.
said this to me the other day. You can't make other people climb with
Hmm.
you. Like,
Hmm.
sometimes people, when they are climbing with you, they're only meant to go a certain level with you, and
Hmm.
then they stop. But you got to keep climbing. You got to say, you know what? I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep, even though this person said they're gonna ride or die with me, they're gonna do this with me, they're gonna whatever. They
Right.
stopped at some point, but we want to drag them up. No, that's God's work.
Yeah.
That's God's work to pull them up. Maybe where they stopped at, they're supposed to stop there.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They're supposed to stop there. It's something that they need. That's
Yeah.
why they had to pause right there. But you got to keep going up. Be
Hmm.
the person that people look up to, not
Hmm.
down to. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? Be
Hmm.
the person that you are putting. I saw a little GIF earlier today, and a person said, I want more friends like this around me. Where if your head is down, you got people saying, hey, girl, you got this.
Put
Put
your
your
head.
head up.
Yeah. Hmm.
Keep your head up. You know what I mean? Be the person to look up to. Do things every day that other people will eventually look up to. You know?
Absolutely.
Sometimes we don't want to be in that vulnerable state, but we need to. Hey, Marilyn, we need to be in that vulnerable state sometimes for people to understand and relate to us. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? If we always show them every day, I got an attitude, and this person, who wants to hear that? I don't want to hear that.
Yeah. And that's
Our
still
kids.
happening. That's the thing. It's still going on
It's
today.
still going on. People want to get on social media to just dump on their negativity. And I listen, I block. I live blah 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 because I don't want to see it. I got
Mm,
5 kids. I already have enough going on. I don't need
ain't
to
got time. Ain't
look
got
at
time.
other here, listen to other people in their mess.
Yeah. Yeah. On the social media reels, you see it all the time. You know,
Hmm.
people post the fights or the arguments and women bashing women and all these things. And
Right.
it's just a turn off. And you're like, when are we ever going to grow up? When are we ever going to hold ourselves accountable
Hmm.
and just say, I need to check myself. I need to check my
Right.
attitude. It's not always the other person's fault, even though they
Hmm.
have
But it's
contributed.
easy to blame other people, though, Tawanta.
It's
I
so
really feel that way. There's whole groups of people that come together and say, "Oh,
yes.
this didn't work out because of them, or the organization, or whatever." It's so easy for people not to say, "What role did I play in this?"
Hmm.
Right? And I'm gonna share this with you guys. I shared this on the show before. I remember when my husband and I first started going through therapy, and when we went to our first session over 7 years ago, I was like, "Yeah, she gonna get him." Oh
Hmm.
yeah, everything when I'm done telling her everything he's done and did and said,
Yeah,
she
yeah,
gonna
yeah,
get.
yeah,
And when we sat down and we shared our what we were going through, she was like, "Leticia, what role did you play in this?" I say, "Role? You're not even supposed to be talking to me. You're
yeah.
supposed to be talking to him.
Yeah.
I
Yo,
told
right?
you what all the stuff he did." And baby, after that session, my head was out the window
Yeah.
crying.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, wow.
it's really about working on yourself, ladies. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like that's the hardest part in life that we need to realize and understand. Like, is if every word that comes out of your mouth is "I don't
Mhm,
like this" or "I can't do that" or "Oh, no, I'm
mhm.
not interested." Come on.
Yeah.
Marilyn
Yeah.
said attitude is everything. A first impression is a lasting
Everything.
impression. You may not get a second chance to correct it.
Right.
Absolutely. Spot on. Spot
Yeah.
on.
That is so
Yeah.
true. That is so true. And the thing is, that's how God is with us too. You know,
Mm.
he comes directly and say, "Well, what have you done?
What have you done? We
What
don't
are
want to hear
you
about
doing?"
anybody else. No. Mm-mm.
Yeah, he doesn't go based on what you crying to him, like, "Oh, you need to fix him, Lord. You need to take care
Mm.
of. You need
Him.
to, you know."
Get him. Like, come on. He's not casting spells on people.
Like in the color
Hmm.
purple, whoopee.
Get him. Get him. He didn't do right by me.
Oh my goodness. But you're right. It's all about us taking full responsibility
Mm.
for, for our actions, for our
Mm.
behavior. And if we start acknowledging that, things will start to it will be much easier for us to breathe, right? It won't be so heavy, for us to, like, "Oh, I'm just tired. I'm overwhelmed. My chest hurt. I'm tired. Da, 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 da." Because we don't want to admit that we're not perfect. We know we got flaws. We don't want to admit that we making mistakes. We just want to continue on living this lie that everything we do is all perfect. Everything we doing is all right. And I'm telling you, that is so wrong. That is so wrong. Let's go to number two. The next thing, ladies, that you definitely need to be checking is your heart and the way how you attack. Okay? Not heart attack, but how you attack. Because when our heart get messed up, when our heart gets stomped on, when our heart gets broken, what we gonna do? We attack back. We attack at the person that caused the pain. We attack at the person that betrayed us. We attack at the person, that lied on us, that took our love for granted. We attack back, right? And then we get vengeance. But God said, "No, vengeance is mine." That's what he said. But we take it upon ourselves and say, "Lord, I do you the favor. You take a break. Let me do the vengeance. Let me go ahead and do that." But I'm telling you all, it doesn't help the situation. It may feel good for that moment, but guess what? The consequences is going to kick your butt. And it's going to make you wish you never did what you thought was the smart thing to do. So we need to check our hearts. If you know your heart is still in turmoil, if you know your heart is still bruised, if you know your heart is still bleeding in a sense because of that attack, then that's when you need God to help you with your heart. That's when you need him to say, Lord, I need a new heart transplant. I need to know how to love again, because you human, you've been broken, you've been betrayed. The person, whether it's personal or whether it's professional, because it happens on both parties, on both areas. It happens in your personal life as well as your professional life, because a lot of people not only just invest in money when it comes to business, they invest in that relationship as well. And I know Leticia will talk more on that, but at the end of the day, you put your emotions in that thing, whatever that thing is. You put your emotions in that relationship, and you expect that person to take that emotion and protect it at all costs. But when you realize that they don't care about you like the way you thought they did, and it's life changing, it is very hurtful, it's painful, but we got to check it, because that can do some damage to us alone. If we don't take the time to really check our heart the way we should, we're going to be miserable. We're going to be depressed. We're going to be downhearted. We're not going to be, we're not going to be sociable. We're just not going to be sociable. So it is important for us to
Mm-hmm.
check our hearts, to check
It
where
has to.
we
You
are,
have to. Yeah.
at this point. What about this? What you going to say, Mama?
Well, you mentioned something earlier about, being silent and not go on the attack,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
sometimes when somebody says something and do something, we want to clap back,
Yeah.
right?
Yep. Yep.
Really, we got to be silent. We got to let God do his thing, because you don't know the wrath of God.
Yeah.
Some, we try to clap back and speak up for ourselves and all these things, right? And thinking that we're going to silence the villain,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right? You could be stopping the wrath that God is going to put on that person.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know the wrath of God. We don't even know the vengeance of God.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So sometimes we just have to just pray for people and say, you know what? I'm not going to respond to that text, or I'm not going to respond to that
Mm-hmm.
comment under my post. I'm just going to pray for that person and keep it moving.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because the wrath of God is real. And like, someone said this the other day, let your victory speak louder than your villains.
That's
Start speaking
powerful.
victory over your life. Start speaking
Yeah.
victory over your journey.
And that's
Start speak.
healing right there.
Yeah,
That's
it's
healing.
healing. Yes, let it speak louder than any negative or naysayer has to say. Because at the end of the day, it also went into saying, why do we allow people to rattle our feathers when we got the oil?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we all have gifts, right? But
Mm-hmm.
you just may have a gift and you're actually walking in your gift.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes other people jealous and envious.
Mm-hmm.
It makes other people want to talk about you behind your back. It makes other people that, even though they're congratulating you, they're like this, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So it's like sometimes, ladies, we just got to look pretty and wait. We just got to be like, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to put my energy into attacking. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to protect my heart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to protect, like, I stopped listening to any
Mm-hmm.
negative
Mm-hmm.
conversations that are happening on or off social media. Because
Mm-hmm.
there's times where you could be putting yourself to watching something negative, and then it triggers something else.
Mm-hmm.
And then you don't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
So me being as an empath, as you guys know, I have to guard my heart. I have to build certain boundaries with certain things, because I internalize everything, and I'm a huge assumer.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
always assume, like, things that is no fact or reality, I'll make this whole storyline for.
Yeah.
That's not even the truth. So you gotta protect your ear gates. You gotta protect your heart.
And
Yeah.
ladies, what I want you to do, to post, put down in the comments, when was your last heart attack?
Yeah. hmm
Keep it
When
real.
when was the last time you felt like your heart was under attack?
Yeah, exactly. When,
hmm
and I mean, we all growing, we all are learning, we all making some changes for the better, and that's good. But again, life happens. Things
hmm
when we least expect it, and people
hmm
like to trigger us. They like to, and even though we may be strong, we are stronger in our faith and all of that, and that's wonderful. But there's sometimes it happens where we have that moment, And if you just learn how to just be honest with yourself, because that's what checking is all about. You are acknowledging, like, yeah, you know what, I've been doing fine up until last week, up until yesterday, and that person started something or said something, and I just went off, or whatever the
Yeah,
case may be. This person says, I don't know who this is. It says often.
often. And here's the thing, though, we know it's hard to clap back.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you, I know it's hard.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when, hey, Charlene, especially when someone's attacking something that you are very passionate about. I got
Right.
3 things I'm passionate about, other than, God and Jesus and all that, but my husband, my business, my children. Like, don't say anything. Anytime anything negative comes up about that, I
Mm-hmm.
feel some kind of way.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I had to learn how to control my emotions and
Yes.
realize that we're not fighting against man. We're fighting against all these weapons of warfare
Yeah.
that
Mm-hmm.
knows and sees what our end is and
Mm-hmm.
wants to stop that or pause that as much as possible. Just
Exactly.
imagine you reach the highest level of your business, right? The
Yeah.
highest level of your business. How many people you're going to help? How many breakthroughs you're going to have?
Yeah.
I was just talking to one of my clients earlier, and she was telling me, she was like, Leticia, I want to launch this program, but I'm considering giving like a little bit of a discount to those who are less financially fortunate. And I said, yes, that's great and all. But wouldn't it be great that you give back when you're at the top?
Mm-hmm.
See,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes, ladies, we got to make people meet us where we're at instead
Mm-hmm.
of meeting them where they're at. Because I
Mm-hmm.
feel like you can, and I've seen this with my own eyes with other businesses. Once they got to the top, they reached 7, 8, 9, 10 figures. They were really able to give back to fortune. They were really even to hire people who were less fortunate.
Yeah.
So I feel like a lot of times, ladies, this is why you gotta have a vision. This is why you gotta have a goal every day and focus on working towards that.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else don't matter
Right. Right.
outside of that,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to constantly, repeatedly say this in your mind that I'm worth more.
That's
I
it.
deserve this. This
Yeah.
is mine. God has set this out for me on a silver platter. I have to do the work to go after it
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and get around other women who are winning. If
Yes.
you're around a lot of complainers and a lot of people who are draining you, get around other people who are winning.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes, Marilyn says
Wow.
something.
Oh, what did Marilyn say?
I'm gonna wait for a comment to pull up.
Okay.
Yes, she said working on self helps.
Help
Working on self helps. You
to
have
have
a
the
healthy, yep, healthy heart. Absolutely, working on yourself is important.
yeah.
Yeah, self awareness is real.
Absolutely, for sure. And I mean, and again, you're going to be challenged every day. Okay, you're going to be challenged every day, when it comes to you striving for, whatever God has, prepared you to do. And when you say yes, to that assignment, get ready for the attacks of the enemy. Get ready of how he's going to infiltrate people, or social media, whatever, to get into your life, your finances, whatever it is. And it's going to distract you, and all those things. And it's going to play a part in with your emotions. That's why I said, number one, with your attitude, you got to understand, like, okay, this is yeah, okay, Lord, help me with this, because I see right now this is getting to me, and I'm not going to give the enemy that, that foothold. I'm not going to give him that opportunity to come in and start, messing up stuff, and you own that. That doesn't make you less of a woman. It doesn't make you, failure, anything. You are just taking ownership. You are acknowledging this, and you also acknowledging God's presence. You asking him to help you, because you can't do this on your own. You cannot try to self-medicate yourself. You've done that too many times. That's why you in the rut you in now. For some of y'all, you got to start saying, Lord, help me to do better, be better. You are in control of my life. You know what's best in my life. You know what I need in my life. I'm giving you a full invitation to take care of me, because I can't do it on my own. I don't even know how to do it on my own. And he will help you through the process. He will help you through that, as you're going and growing in this journey, right? So let's move to number three. Let's move to number three, y'all. Number three, what you need to check is your pressure. And I'm not talking about your blood pressure, even though that is important. You need to check that. But I'm talking about pressure in life. Okay, I'm talking about pressure. I'm talking about people pressure. Okay, because we going back to that too. Because again, why are you the way you are? Because of people. There's people in your life that has caused pressure, that has caused headaches, that has caused strife, that has caused, you to get upset, right? That and life itself can be pressure as well, dealing with the economy, the fluctuation of that, dealing with the jobs that you got right now. The jobs is not loyal to you. I don't care how long you've been with that company or whatever, because one day you won't be. You know what I mean? And even if you are with them, that don't mean your salary is going to be the same. It has happened, and it will continue to happen. So you dealing with all these multiple things in your life that's causing the pressure in your life. And how is it making you feel? It's stressing you, it's overwhelming you, it's tiring you. A lot of you are more tired than you ever been before, and you don't understand why, right? And there are things in your life that you've been putting on your plate, and you like, okay, I can eat this, I can eat this. No, you can't, because it's going to get you sick. It's going to get you emotionally sick. It's going to give you dis-ease, right? In your spiritual life, in your mental life, in your physical life as well, right? So these are things that you really need to take seriously. Just like when it comes to your physical blood pressure, you need to take that seriously as well too, right? Because if not, it's going to spike up. It's going to cause some major heart issues and all of that, and you don't want that to happen, right? So of course, if you are taking that seriously, then you need to take your whole life seriously. And with life, you're dealing with so many multiple different things. You know what I'm saying? So it's something that we as ladies, because we wear multiple hats anyway. You know that. We're a wife, we're a divorce, we're a single mom, we're married with kids, we got business, we are entrepreneurs. We take care of other people. We got so much going on. We got to take care of the home. We got to cook dinner. We got to pick up our kids. We got to go to church. We got to go to a meeting. We're doing so much, and we're trying to act like everything is all good, but we are so overwhelmed. And then when we ask for help, where is it? Because we ask our kids, like, can you do it? Like, huh? And they give you an attitude. You ask your spouse, sometimes they may help, most time they don't. And they like, well, can you do it? Because I got this going on. They pressure too. They got things going on their end. But we're wearing so much, and we acting like we got it all under control. But we really, really don't. And that's how our attitude gets all out of whack. That's how our heart gets all messed up, right? So it's important, ladies, that we check the pressure that is all around us. We got to deal with the people. If you know there's people in your life right now that is causing too much pressure in your life, because some people want you to do things according to their vision versus your vision, okay? Sometimes you don't even realize it. Like, well, I see that maybe if you do it this way, it can work. But no, this is not your dream. This is my dream. You know what I'm saying? And there are a lot of family members that are dealing with that right now. How I know? Because I know for sure there's a lot of kids that are going to a college that their parents want them to go to, and they are filing these they want to be doctors and lawyers and stuff, and these kids don't want that. That's too much pressure on them. They don't want to do what their mom and dad want them to do, because some of them didn't even finish college or didn't go. So I know what I'm saying is true, and it's putting a lot of pressure, a lot of pain, and they're suffocating. They're suffocating, y'all. So if that's something that you've been experiencing for a good minute, you need to check that. You need to check that. What about you, Tish?
Absolutely. Going into the business side, if you're feeling a lot of pressure in business, that means you haven't had things planned out. See,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not focused on what anybody else is doing who's in the same industry as that I'm in. I'm not focusing on all the other coaches out there that teach the same thing that I teach, right? I'm more focused on my plan.
There you go. There you
Okay.
go.
You got to have your own plan. When you focus on your plan to whatever destination that you want to go to, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to reach it. You're going to be on time on
Mm-hmm.
your time.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be on time on somebody else's time. You get what I'm saying? Focus
Yeah.
on your time, on your timing,
Yeah.
right? Which is the perfect time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You can't just, look at other people and say, well, I want what they have. I want what they have now. You're
Yeah.
looking at somebody who's on their 33rd chapter, and
Mm.
you're on chapter 4.
Mm.
And you
Mm.
gotta understand that if you go from 4 to 33, you're gonna miss some lessons.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? You're gonna get there and not be happy.
Right. Right.
You're gonna get there to fall right back. It's almost
Mm.
like when you go on those crash diets and you don't eat anything, and all of a sudden you have a carb and you're like 300
Mhm.
pounds again, right?
Right.
And
Right.
you can't do that. I'll be right back, Tawana. I'll
No
be right back.
problem, no problem. Yeah. And I mean, we also, ladies, have to realize that, you got to realize how important you are. How important are you? Because you say, "Oh, I love my life," or "I love me," but how bad, how serious is that love for yourself? Forget about the people that loves you. Okay? It's about how you love you. Because if you really love you, you would not be abusing yourself right now. Hey, Ebony, you would not be abusing yourself right now. You would not tolerate what you are receiving from people today. You would not allow it. You would not dare let it subside. You wouldn't like, "Oh, well, they're having a bad day." Yeah, I know everybody has a bad day, and I get it. You probably just give them a moment. But if they continue to keep on pondering you and keep on bashing you and saying stuff, at some point you're going to be like, "Now, hold up. I'm not going to accept that attitude. I'm not going to accept that rudeness or whatever it is. You dealt with that too many times in the past. You dealt it with you because you did that to you. It's not just the people in your life that participated, it's you. And that's what I mean about check it. You need to check your attitude about yourself. If you don't love the way how you see yourself in the mirror, right? But let somebody go ahead and chastise you about your dress or how you coming out looking like a hoochie mama from the hood. Okay, I'm telling you, you ready to pounce on them. But that's how you see yourself. It's the way how you carry yourself. It's the way how if you see yourself royalty, then you need to go ahead and act like you royalty. If you see yourself wealthy, then you need to act like you wealthy. If you see yourself, you really got it going on from the floor up to the top of the roof, your head, because you better act like it, you know. But you have to check yourself because you know that if you don't, somebody is going to check you. And you know how that battle goes. It don't go well. It doesn't go well at all. So you need to look at the pressure. You need to see what's causing pressure in your life. And whatever is causing pressure in your life that is not good and it's causing a major heart palpitation, that's what they call it. You need to remove that thing out of your life. Ain't no different when you go to the doctor and the doctor is telling you, okay, your blood pressure is kind of high, or this, that, or whatever. And the doctor's telling you what you need to do to avoid hypertension, to avoid whatever is causing this spike. You may not like what they present to you, but you better go ahead and take that. You better obey and take
You
care.
better obey. You better be obedient.
You know what I'm saying? Because if not, then you ain't going to be here much longer.
Nope.
So likewise, you need to also take into the consideration when it comes to the people, when it comes to the way how you deal with your finances, because it's not always about the economy. That's the main factor. It's how you are with your money. How are you with your money? Because I had to come to the realization myself. I'm not like a loose chick with money. That's not me. But I do know that there still has to come some restraints. I'm like, I don't really need that. It's not necessary to buy that stuff. Like yesterday, I disciplined myself. Marilyn said too much pressure can cause serious health problems. Absolutely. I had to start disciplining. I had to really get into Twonta. You need to put this stuff back. And that's what I did. When I went to the craft store, I was like, girl, I don't need this. And
You don't need that because again, we put pressure on ourselves.
Yeah, we
Let's
do.
just be honest. I'm almost damn near
Girl.
tired of hearing people say, "I ain't got no money. My business is not where it needs to be." And I go on your social media, and I don't
Yeah.
even know what you do. You posted last time you posted was last August.
Tell the truth.
And you got the nerve to come in my inbox, and I'm a very busy woman. Like I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but toot, and so is Twonta.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't come in my inbox and say I no, and then I better see like post on your social media, not last August 3rd.
Yeah.
And it was it was because it was your birthday, and everybody was like, "Happy birthday, happy birthday." You're like, "Thank you for saying happy birthday."
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on, let's just be honest. And it goes back to point number one we're talking about when it
Attitude.
comes to really checking yourself
Yeah. Yeah.
and say, well, what role am I playing in my success? Because really, we do play 100% of the role
Right.
in 99.9% of what happens in our lives.
Exactly. Yeah.
Everything else is obviously, things that happen in childhood, things that, was put on us. But at the end of the day, ladies, hold, stop putting so much pressure on yourself.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Stop.
We do that. And the thing is, I don't who we trying to impress.
Yeah.
When we do that, we're trying to impress.
Mm-hmm.
When we put all this pressure on us. Why are you doing that though?
Mm-hmm. Why? Why?
I mean, we definitely got to do better with that.
Do the work.
Yeah, do the work.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And it'll be hire people if you need to hire them.
Right. For sure.
Set boundaries. We talked about that on previous episodes.
Yeah.
Set boundaries. Stop
Right.
being so accessible to people. Somebody
Yes.
send you a text, you got to answer it right away. Give it a day or two. They're going to say, oh, I'm not going to text Twonta because, she busy, girl. So I'm not going to tell her about my issue I had with some girl that bumped me in the train. Like, girl,
Like really?
she busy.
Like,
Yeah.
girl, handle your business.
I had family members that tell me, Tisha, when can I get on your schedule? I'm like, when can I get on? And Teresa will tell you, I had a family member one time, and she wanted to become a client, whatever, and I added her to my schedule. She showed 5 minutes late to her Zoom call. I was out. I was like, no, you get on call with me. You should be there before I am.
Yeah.
Like, I'm being serious. Like, it's a Zoom.
Oh my
I'm
God.
like, Therese, tell them we missed that call. We have another call coming up. You're not going to make me late for my clients who show up.
Right. Absolutely.
That may sound mean, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it's business. Basically, it's what it is. It's business, and
You're
it's,
not
it's
going to put me under pressure because
respect.
you ready to get things going. Now you want to pressure everyone
Right.
else around you.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. So let's go to number 4, ladies. I
Number
hope this is
4.
blessing you right now. Let us know what we have already discussed so far. Does this apply to you? Have you been doing your own self-evaluation since the last time we were on live? I mean,
Right.
have you taken upon yourself literally to do
Right.
some personal evaluation, and let us know if that's what you've been doing.
Yeah, share.
Share for sure.
Yeah.
So the 4th thing, ladies, that you need to check is your intake. What I mean by is that what are you intaking in? Like, there's people, yes, in your life that you love, that that they are special to you, but they may be special, but what is the poison that they still carrying? What is the drama that they still leeching on to, right? The intake, what you put in your heart, is something that you can't just pour everything into your heart. You can't pour everything into your timetable. You can't pour everything into your sanctuary, right? You need to take a check on that, right? Not everybody is meant to be a part of that party, and that party could just mean you and God only. Seriously. Again, we want to have an entourage of people. We want to have an entourage of followers. We want to have an entourage of likes. But at the end of the day, girl, people don't mean a hill of beans to you. They don't care about your well-being. They don't care about your goals. They don't care about none of that. They just caught up in the moment right at that time. Right? Because when you really do go through a trial and tribulation, when you really do go through some hardship, those followers, those likes, are they going to still be there? Because you taking it all in, you taking all the love, you're taking all of that, right? But when you are really in need, will they be there? And it's not even about with social media. It's just the social conversation, the socialness in your inner circle of family and friends. Will they be there for you? Because it's mighty funny how you go into their world, right? And they need you right there on the cut. You right there. Oh, I got you. I'm gonna come take care of my cousin. I gotta take care of my sister, taking my aunt. But when your trial come, when your challenges come, when you face with an eviction notice, when you face with a court date, or when you face with a physical ailment or something, where are they? Mm?
You
Where?
just reminded me of something because I had gotten a jury duty letter in the mail. I don't know where I put that letter. You just said coordinate. How many of y'all get called for jury duty? I was so mad. I got a letter 2 days ago. They're gonna summon me for jury duty. I don't know where I put that letter. Now I got. I'm sorry. I know that's off topic. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. That is okay. But we again we absorb so much in. We
Right.
allow people in. Oh, okay, lights. You better act right. Come on,
Ooh, I
because you
think
don't
that's
have an ice storm, so you don't want that thing to
Jesus.
affect.
Please keep her lights on. Keep everybody in her neighborhood lights on. Heavenly Father, in Jesus'
Girl, we
name,
ain't got
amen.
time.
Yes. Keep them on.
Yes, I ain't got time for that. Oh my gosh. But yeah, we invite people in all the time. And so we gotta be careful who we are inviting in our
Right.
circle, in our sanctuary. And our sanctuary is not just in the physical house. Our sanctuary is our
In our
heart.
minds, in our
In our
spirits. Yeah.
Yes. That's what I mean by your
Right.
intake. You need to check that. You need to
Mm-hmm.
find out the people that you invited in.
Mm-hmm.
How are they breathing life to you?
Exactly.
Are they really there to really support you and to help you and to guide you and to motivate
Mm-hmm.
you, or are
Mm-hmm.
they there to really wreck your life?
Exactly. Yeah.
you know
Really take in on who you invite into your business.
yes. Yes.
And I get it. There's times where there may be days where you're just overwhelmed and you have to like dump it out. Like, I have to get this feeling out. I have to tell somebody how I feel. But a lot of times that's not a good thing.
Yeah.
So just invite who you invite into your business, and watch who you invite into the things that are true to your heart. You know what I mean? That's on
Right.
your spirit. Like,
Yeah.
I see some people that every time God tells them something, they gotta share it. God
Mm,
told me this morning that
mm-hmm.
he
It's
told you that, not me and you. He said you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta, because certain things can be unfolding that
mm,
you just block from being unfolded.
mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
There's a lot of ideas and visions that are in this fragile state that
Yes.
if you tell the wrong person or you invite the wrong people in, they're going to block every single thing that's
Right.
supposed to flourish from that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we got to know when to say, you know what, I'm going to keep this under wraps until it's ready to be birthed,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
till it's ready
Absolutely.
to get out there into the world.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? If you really want to show people that you can really do it, you got to keep that mouth closed and just keep moving in silence.
Yeah.
Don't be, I see a lot of people that are big talkers,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but when it comes down to it, the doing is not happening.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Don't talk a lot of game, be the game.
Right.
Be it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And be careful of crush dreamers. Be
Yes.
careful of crush
Yes.
dreamers, because those people that smile in your face and they really want to help and da 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 da, but at the end of the day, they just crush your
They're
dreams.
just crushing it. They're
You
praying
know.
for its demise. They're
Oh
praying
yeah.
for it. You
Yeah. And I
know.
don't know. That just fell in my heart, in my spirit. So I don't know who that is for, but again, you just got to do that personal self check, because you
Yeah.
have people right now in your life and they're all about like, oh girl, how you doing? How your business doing? Da,
Mm-hmm.
da, 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 da. But you do have to like really check these people that is
Mm-hmm.
all about in your face. They smile up in your face and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Marilyn said, God said, study to be quiet, so you must protect your ear and eye gates.
Mm-hmm.
You do. You got to protect yourself. You got to protect your ears and what goes in your ear, what you see.
Yeah. What you're
know,
saying.
Exactly. What you say, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
It's so important. And again, you need God to help you through that. You can't
Yeah.
do it on your own,
Mm-hmm.
because it's a spiritual warfare. It really, really is. It's
Yes,
a
it
spiritual
is.
situation. And people who come in your life that smile all the time, that don't mean they are sincere. That smile
Mm-hmm.
is not sincere. And you really do need God to help you to analyze, the trueness of that individual or those
Mm-hmm.
individuals that are in your life for a
Mm-hmm.
reason.
Mm-hmm.
And some people God allow in your life for a reason too now.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, absolutely. And you got to value and appreciate those who are around you, who are contributing and adding to
Yes.
your day to day positivity, because that is important. You
Hmm.
know, And I feel like I said earlier, as women, we have to get into the habit of celebrating each other. We have to get into the habit, like, oh, girl, I saw you posted that yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh my God, girl, you did that. Like Therese made a post today. I was like, oh my God, Therese, that name you came up with was fire.
Mhm,
Girl,
mhm.
I'm still going crazy over that name, Therese. I was like, what?
Oh,
And just celebrate each other in a huge way,
yes.
even if
Yes.
you're feeling negative right now. There's times we be in our little,
Mhm.
like we said earlier, our little attitude
True.
mode, our little depressed mode. We don't want to just pour into anybody. But you
Yeah.
don't know how healing and helpful that is when somebody says, you know what? I'm so glad you poured into me today. That meant so much. Let me give back to you. Let me do this for you. Let me give you this word. That's
Right.
huge. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You don't want to be in a state where, how are you going to get out of that attitude state or out of that depression state if you're just, not pouring in to other people just by saying, you're amazing. Thank you. You're awesome. You
Hmm.
know, what influence
Absolutely.
we could say, watch what we're taking in, but what are you influencing other people to
There
do?
you go. There you
You
go.
could be that negative Nancy in the group that nobody wants to deal with.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You can. You could be that, even that enabler that you're not even realizing.
Right.
Yeah.
That is so, so true. So let's go to number 5, ladies.
Oh yeah, we got 6 tonight.
Yes, yes. Let's go to
And
number
we're gonna do
5.
Afterglow tonight, guys. So join
Mhm.
us. We're not gonna be on long. It's gonna be
No.
maybe like 30, 35 minutes, huh? We're gonna hang
Yeah.
out and go on about our merry day.
Yeah.
Balance. Oh
Yes,
my
you
God.
need to check your balance, ladies. Check your
Yes.
balance because there's some things that is like a seesaw in
It's
your life.
off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
off.
I mean, I'm actually personally battling that this week, trying to sit down and just, dive into my what I call dumping list. It's what
Yes.
Wednesday, and I haven't even tackled it yet. I tackled it a little bit, but
Okay.
it's like even as you that I didn't even know, Twanta, you had that as a yo, listen, y'all, Twanta comes up with all the talking points, and sometimes gotta be speaking through her to me. But you gotta force balance, guys. You do.
Hmm.
It's like that. What's that thing? Like you're in the middle, and then you have those. Remember,
Oh,
you're in the middle of that. So when
yeah.
people say things are not out of balance, aren't you holding the tool?
Yeah, yeah.
You're the one holding it, right? So the thing is that you control the balance in your life.
Right. That is so powerful.
Yeah, and I hope that click for people, and I know that clicks for me. But there's some times that we have to force ourselves to act into it.
Right.
Walk into saying, hey,
Yeah.
I'm going to do things in a balanced way today. It ain't going to be perfect.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But it
Yeah.
has to be
And
balanced.
it's like, we say the word balance often in conversation, especially when we're talking about, okay, well, I'm going to start a balanced diet.
Yeah.
I'm going to start a balanced lifestyle or how
Yeah.
balanced living or what have
Yeah.
you. You know, and all is good with that, but again, you need to check the balance within you,
Within your
like
heart.
mental state, where you are right now. That's why I said when we have our self-care coming up in March,
Yeah. Y'all going to get a lot of balance
yeah,
tools.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And that's so important, ladies, because I
Hmm.
don't care where we are financially in our lives. I don't care how we living or where we living. If this mental state ain't right,
It's not.
girl, I'm telling you, you can't move forward. You
Talk
just
about it.
move forward. You could have $10 million in your account. You could have $10 in your account. But I'm telling you, if this ain't right,
Ain't
if
right. So, and y'all got to start listening to affirmations. I think affirmations are
yeah,
huge because you're speaking over yourself. You're speaking
mm,
onto yourself. You're
mm,
covering yourself with positivity, which
mhm.
internally is going to allow you to have balance. How many of y'all typing me in the chat is every morning you wake up and you feel like you're not balanced? I'm gonna say
Mm,
yes to me. Every morning I wake up, I always feel anxious. Like I'm like if
Yes.
I was a horse, I'll be in the stable like hitting the thing like let me go
Come
run.
on, all right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I'm always that way. And I have to say, Tisha,
Yeah, slow down.
because I'm like,
Yes.
Tisha.
But you know what? You're speaking
Mhm,
all women that are out here in this world, in this community, everywhere. We are in that same situation. A lot of us, we wake up in the morning and we're feeling some kind of way. We're not feeling right. We're not feel like, we
mhm,
say like, I'm just not feeling good today. And it's not just about the physical that you're talking about, it's more the mental. At some point, one minute you're feeling fine, but next minute you're like, I'm just not feeling balanced.
mhm.
right? So
Yeah.
messing with my, with my aura or whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when you have to stop and say, okay, I need to do a sub check. I need to
Yeah.
figure out what's going on. I need to
Yes.
get rid of it. To get rid of it, it's not even so much about, well, I'm just going to see, I'm going to check it and try to fix it. No, get rid of it,
Get rid
because
of it.
what it's doing is sucking the life out of you. It's
That's
sucking the
right.
energy out of
That's
you.
right.
It's stealing it's robbing you from time.
Mm-hmm.
You can't get that time back now. You
That's
know what
right.
I'm saying? So you need to take care of that situation. Once you find it, get rid of it,
Get
so
rid
you
of it.
can have a balanced life
Mm-hmm.
for that
Mm-hmm.
for that.
If you keep thinking about it and harping on it, it's not gonna be good for you at all. You know what I'm saying? It's just not. If I thought about every negative thing that people said about me, either to my face or behind my back, I couldn't have a balanced life. I couldn't build one of the most successful businesses right now. I couldn't be the best mom that I can be. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So you gotta just create that balance for yourself and just say, hey, listen, it's not gonna be perfect, but I'm gonna
right.
get it out there. It's the
Absolutely.
day may not be the perfect day, but I'm gonna make sure I get through this day.
Because
But a lot of
you
people couldn't
can't. I'm
get through it. Go
sorry,
ahead.
I didn't
Go,
mean to
go
interrupt. Because
ahead.
I was saying that, when we get so overwhelmed as moms, as wives, we can't think straight.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
We can't operate our
And our
business.
kids feel it. They know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But we don't take the opportunity to flush that out of our system.
Right.
We self-medicate ourselves,
Mm-hmm.
do stuff
You
that
get in denial.
we get denial,
Uh-huh.
and that what causes so much, unbalance, so much pain,
Mm-hmm.
so much heartache, all of that stuff. And I'm seeing it now. It's happening more now than ever.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
It's
Spot
happening in
on.
a lot of people's homes. And because we as women, we want to be misfix it, because we have been prone to do that. We've been
Mm-hmm.
prone to, like, well, I could handle, I could fix it, I could deal with it. I'm a multitasker and all of that. But there's some things you just can't not do. There's some
Mm-hmm.
things you just don't have the capacity to do.
Exactly. If you're that one at a time type of person, be
Yeah.
that.
Be
Because you
that.
do have some people that can handle multiple things at one time. But
True.
you just may be that one at a time type of girl, and that is okay. You may be in seasons where you can't do 50 things at one time. So
Mm-hmm.
you in that season, one at a time, balance.
Mm-hmm.
You can switch it up,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right? That's the awesome part about it. You
You
create your own balance. Like I said, you're the person holding I forgot what it's called, but you're holding the tool,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know?
Mm-hmm. That is so true. Yeah. And I know, ladies, we want to get things done right, want to get
Hmm.
things done accordingly. And, we want things to be really pristine and pretty
Hmm.
and all of that. And yeah, it may work for a minute, but there's some days, ladies, I'm telling you, it's just not going to work. But you
Hmm.
got to learn how to accept those days when it doesn't work.
Hmm.
That
Right.
doesn't mean that you're broken. It doesn't mean that, no, it just, you accept it as it is,
That's it
right?
as it is. It doesn't mean it's not ever going to work. It's like I feel
Exactly.
like for some of y'all have tried something years ago and it didn't work out, and you stopped it. Who's
Hmm.
to say you can't start that back up again? Who's to say you can't start that business back up again? Who's to
Yeah.
say you can't start picking up where you left off?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just because it didn't work out 2 years ago, a year ago, before COVID, doesn't mean you can't kickstart it right now. See,
Right.
we focus on all the time that we lost,
Yeah.
and we feel like, well, woulda, shoulda, coulda. If I was doing it, I would be different in a different place. No, why not start it now? Now here, now you're here.
Yeah.
So what you're going to do about the here? We
Right.
can't do anything about the past. We have no control over that.
Exactly.
What we're going to do now. So I think
Yeah.
that's very important, that even though you tried it out before, it
Hmm.
didn't work out. Who's to say you can't do it again?
Yeah.
Right now, you have all the wisdom. You have
Hmm.
more wisdom now. Now
Hmm.
you just pick up where you left off and learn even more about what it is you want to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. You just got to learn how to flush out things in your life that
Right.
just does not apply to you, because it applied to you maybe 5 years ago, or
Hmm.
even a year ago. But now you have grown, you have matured in some
Right.
things. Some of those things just not workable for this current season of your
Hmm.
life. this current time.
Mhm.
So you got to learn how to flush that stuff out so you can start feeling that balance. You can start
Mhm.
feeling
Mhm.
level headed, level minded. You can make some level decisions, level minded decisions, if you will, and not
Right.
make decisions based on the peer pressure,
Yeah.
based on anxiety
Guilt.
or all of
Yeah.
those things. Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So that balance is very, very
Very
important.
important. Last thing I want to mention about balance is
Hmm.
when I'm saying balance, I don't mean that everything has to be straight and narrow.
Hmm.
Like both sides has to be even. Your
Hmm.
balance could be like this,
Hmm.
and that's your balance. It could
Hmm.
be you are 80%. I'm a mom, and you're 80%. What is it? 80% I'm a mom. I'm a
Yeah,
wife, and that's
10%.
my life.
Yeah,
And then you could be the 20% my business or whatever else other venture you want to get into. So
right,
it does not have to be like straight and narrow. It could be
right.
just like this or
Yeah,
like this.
yeah,
And that's your balance.
yeah, yeah.
And that's the thing. Even for me, I tell people
Hmm. Yeah.
I don't operate outside of this time. When I'm done with a class, I'm going to bed. So if y'all inbox me, I'm gonna get it in the morning. That's
Hmm.
my balance. There's
Right,
some coaches out there that's up all night. And hey, Michelle, how are you? Answering messages, doing all the things. That's not me.
right,
That's my balance.
right.
You
Exactly.
know, stop trying to match other people's balance to yours,
That's
because that's
good.
going to drive you crazy. That's going to get you stressed out. Stressed out.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're right about that, sis, for sure.
It is.
Absolutely. Hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
So, okay, so ladies, we're gonna go to our last point for tonight.
Last point.
Our last point tonight is check your happiness.
Yes, I'm
It's
happy, girl. Are you happy, Twanta?
yeah, girl.
Yes. She
And
was happy.
we gonna
When I
always.
went to Bali, Indonesia the first time, the gentleman said on stage, he said, happiness is a choice. I said, what? I had to travel 33 hours. She said, somebody tell me happiness is what? A choice.
Yeah, yeah. I had to learn that too.
It's a choice.
Yeah, it's a choice because happiness we apply that to how we living, where we living, what we driving, what money, how much money we got in that account, and how that man's making us feel good, all that other stuff. We look at all of that. We
Uh-huh.
make that as our happiness, but that got nothing to do with that.
No, 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 not a darn dilly.
Nope. Nope.
It's a choice.
Right? You got to check your happiness, ladies. Every day that
Yes,
God wakes you up in the morning, you have the choice to make. Are you going to be
I'm
happy
happy.
or are you going to be grumpy?
Yeah.
You're going to be happy or you're going to be, sour.
Yep.
You make that determination.
It's a choice.
It is a choice. It is a choice.
Check
And
your happiness.
when you say you're going to be happy, get ready for the enemy. He's going to come in and start to
That's
cause some
right.
kind of confusion in your life. He's going to start making that happiness turn into sourness. He's going to do whatever he has to do to have you to believe that, oh, I can't be happy.
Yep.
That was a big joke. I'm just fooling myself and this, that, or
And
whatever.
here's the T2 Tawanta. You may have people may have people in their life that they're mad because you found something happiness is something that they tried to find happiness in and they couldn't do it.
They couldn't do it. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's a total choice.
It really is.
And that's the powerful how much power we have in ourselves as women.
Yes.
And
Yes.
how if we don't start choosing happiness, our children won't choose happiness.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's the
Right?
truth.
It's so easy to point the finger, y'all. And I say this all the time. People may complain, oh, I invested all this money in my business. I always say nobody has invested more money in their business than me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right? Well, hey Jackie, how are you, sis? She said happiness is a choice you make daily. Don't let anyone take your joy.
Yeah.
Your joy is yours.
Yeah.
It's 100% yours.
Mm-hmm.
You could be mad but still have joy.
Mm-hmm.
You can feel defeated but still have joy.
Mm-hmm. 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 That's it.
That's the powerful part that we have to understand. We could be sick in the hospital but still have joy.
Right. Right. Hey,
Faith,
family.
look at that. Name faith came in faith. Faith
Yeah.
is about things that hasn't that are not in the physical in the spirit, but you know what's going to happen. Some
Mm-hmm.
people ask me, "What is the funny? What is so funny? What are you laughing about?" It's called joy for all of my pain. That's right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Yeah, absolutely. And we need to check that every single
Every
day.
single day.
Every single day. And you will
Hmm.
have some days that, yeah, you may have a moment where you will cry, something may
Yeah.
happen, and that's life.
Yeah.
It's supposed to happen. That's part of life. But again, whatever that issue is, whatever what was said, at the end of the day, you still got to make a decision. Am I going to
Yeah.
maintain this happiness, or am I going to allow this issue or that problem or that person negative response to put me in a position to be, upset or sad,
Hmm. Hmm.
discouraged, depressed?
Right. Right.
Right? Again, it's about that power that is
It's
already.
about that power. And the thing is, allow yourself to go through the negativity. It's like I feel like, especially as
Yeah.
women of color, we
Mhm.
like to put like a lid on our emotions. Like we could be
Right.
going through internal pain or depression and we want to hold it in and keep it in within us. But sometimes you gotta let it out. You gotta let your tears out. You gotta let your frustration out. Not in a negative way, but you
Yeah.
gotta let it out. So through that process, you're still recognizing that there's still joy in the world, and you still have internal joy and eternal happiness. So there's times where I would just cry and just
Mhm.
let it out, because I
Mhm.
can just be going through something where it's going through a pain that I can't explain in words.
Yeah.
But I have to cry it out to the Lord. I have to say,
Yeah.
God, I don't know what to do with this situation. I don't know how I'm going to see this through, but I'm just gonna
Yeah.
surrender it all to you,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
then just still walk in joy during that whole process. Yeah,
Mhm. And he will give you that joy. He
that's
will give
right.
you that peace through the midst of those the tears and the situation that you're going through. But at the
Right.
end of the day, we still have to make that decision if we want to
Yep.
be
It's a
have
choice.
a happy, joyful life. And it can
Right.
be given to us. It is for us, but we
Yeah.
have to make that decision at the end of the
Right.
day. So
Right.
ladies, go ahead and check it. Just backtrack real quick for
Yep.
those coming in at the last minute. We want to just let you know what we had talked about. The first thing that we talked about was check your attitude, right? The second thing was check your heart and
Yep.
how you attack. The third thing is pressure. Check the
Mhm.
pressure, as far as people pressure, money pressure,
Mm.
life pressure, that kind of stuff. Check
Right.
your intake. What are you taking in that is causing so much chaos in your life?
Mm.
You need to learn how to remove that out your life. The next thing is to check your balance, right? That is so vital, so
Mm.
important. And
Yes.
of course, the last thing is check your happiness, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
check your
Check your
happiness.
happiness.
It's so important. So, ladies, we're going to move to the next segment before we
What's
close out,
news?
called What's News.
Thank you, Faith.
Thank you, Faith. It's called What's News. What News? What's News is our segment where we introduce some articles that you normally don't hear about on your 6 o'clock news or world news tonight or what have you. We be out, we do our own investigation, if you will, on the sidelines, and we come across some articles that could be very inspiring, very encouraging, and also for you to take that information and to share it on your feed as well. So we have
Awesome.
this phenomenal article here of this
Yes.
young man that's in college right now. He's a HBCU student.
Uh
Um,
huh.
his name is Raja Karuth, and he
He's
went
probably
from
African.
virtual racing to NASCAR. He is a NASCAR driver.
Yes.
If
There's
any
not a lot of brothers doing NASCAR.
girl,
It's
NASCAR
not a lot.
is a all special business.
Mm-hmm.
But we have been breaking the line, and let me tell you, there's a history about that too, because he's not the first African American. This goes back down in the 60s. I think there was an African American.
Uh-huh.
um I don't, I want to say he was a driver, but they still did not allow him to officially pursue his dreams. um
Right.
it's something you got to look into. You got to dig deep on that. I read on that a while back, and it was very encouraging, very inspiring. But this is even a really great story of this young
It
man.
is.
He is a college student at Winston Salem, if I'm not mistaken. And he doesn't come from a family of racers. The family is DC, and is 100 miles from the nearest NASCAR track. His parents work in academia and stress education. Um,
Yep.
Despite college not being a priority for some aspiring racers, many of whom began competing before they're teenagers. But his fixation on NASCAR and become a professional driver only grew as he did. He's already an avid student of the sport. He just kept on digging. That just shows this dream that he had.
Yeah, he's
He
20
kept,
years old, y'all.
and he kept pursuing. He kept pursuing.
Mm-hmm.
Then he never gave up on his dream. He is
Mm-mm.
he's a junior at Winston Salem State, who has no training, no experience in NASCAR racing, um,
Mm.
just until 5 years ago, made his full time debut in the third tier NASCAR Truck Series on Friday at Daytona International Speedway. And I'm very familiar with that because my alma mater, Bethune Cookman University, is right down the street.
Oh
Right?
wow. Is it big? It's huge, right?
Yeah, it's huge. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I personally know about Daytona International Speedway. In a rain shortened race with more laps under caution than a green flag, Caruth got loose and he crashed on lap 58 for a 29th place finish. But that's okay.
That's
Uh,
good.
Caruth piloting the
Get
number,
in the race. That's the goal.
that is the thing, right? Number
Mm-hmm.
Chevrolet for GMS Racing. It's an exclusive club with Cup Series driver with William Byron, believed to be the only other driver who traversed the rare but conceivable route of converting simulated racing into a NASCAR career. So he wants to be a race car driver. That's always been his dream. He is really in tune into what he's doing. He loves what he's doing. He said racing was always it for me. um and I'm just trying to figure out what else he said. I'm just going, this is a long article, so I'm not going to read everything verbatim. um but yeah, he's been pursuing this ever since he was a little kid, and I'm so very proud of him that not only is his dream is coming true, but he's still working on his education. That's a plus right there. That's a bonus. So if you have students, college students in your life, and they want something, they have a dream, something like this that is so out of pocket, man, you better let them go ahead and achieve that. Let them make it happen, because you don't know what he had to go through to get to this point right now. It may be in the article. Like I said, it's a long article, and I don't want to read all of that. You take it upon yourself to read this. But you don't know the outcome, because in NASCAR, in this world of business here, and I'm just keeping it real, it's an all white business. It
Yes,
really
it
is.
is.
Okay, there's no way to go around it. And people of color it's been challenged. And there is a young man that is interracial. He's mixed race, and he's popular now. I can't remember his name, but he is popular in this business now. And
Right,
he's
right.
been having challenges at the time he was starting out, but he did not let that defeat him. He's still driving. He's still racing as we speak today. So, he had his encounter and all those things with the very little support at the time. So this is beautiful. I love this article. I love this story, because, that just lets you know how persistent a person dream, how he wants his dream to come true. He never gave up. His parents was very supportive. They never distracted him from his goal, from his dreams.
Right.
And he's a college student. I don't even know what he majored in at this point. It doesn't say, or I just pretty much didn't take the time out to really read it verbatim. But whatever his major is, I know it got nothing to do with cars.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty sure it doesn't. But they never, I think it's fair to say, or safe to say, that I don't think they, distracted him from pursuing, to pursue his dream and just focus on his college education. You know what I'm saying? I think they just like, you go whatever you want, we support you 100%. Right? I think that's a
Absolutely.
beautiful thing. What do you think, Tish?
My dad was really into NASCAR. I mean, I
Oh,
remember, on weekends him watching it. Like me being young at the time, I didn't. I just saw cars going in circles. I was like,
yeah.
what? I was like, how do they win? And what? I don't understand. And then
Right,
crashing the cars,
right.
and, drivers getting injured and stuff. So, but it's huge, and I feel like the more we as people of color dominate
Yes,
these spaces, that there's not really a lot of our representation is very important,
yes,
because
yes.
I'm pretty sure there's a lot of probably millions of young men that wanted to get into this, and he just kept, and they decided to not keep pushing at it, because sometimes when we're not dominating spaces, right,
Right.
we we say, oh, this is not for us. because we
Yeah.
don't see a lot of us in it. And I
Right.
feel like that should be an opportunity. If
Wallace.
you don't see a lot of faces like yours, right?
Yes.
That means that you got to say, well, I got to dominate this space because there's not a lot of black representation. There's not a lot of black female representation. There's not a lot of
Right.
females in between 40s and 50s representation.
Yes.
So there's all types of layers of representation that we can get into rooms and into spaces and dominate those and not fall into intimidation or feeling like, oh, it's not for me because I don't see a lot of other women like me. So I feel
Exactly.
like this is awesome and amazing. I like you said, NASCAR is huge. Like I said, my father used to watch it religiously, like
Yeah.
over and over again, and
It's a serious game.
it is a series. Like these are like athletes, y'all. Like this,
Yes, Lord. They are very serious
this
with
is
this.
like yeah, it's like football or
Yeah.
basketball. It's
So
like that. Like just such a huge
vested.
fanship in
Yes.
NASCAR that it's like you got these loyal people that are just fans that just roar and go crazy in the crowd and stuff
Right.
for this. So I'm proud. He's 20. He's 20. You know how many 20-year-olds are chasing girls right now and not even thinking about a career or future or anything. You know what I mean? I just
Yeah.
turned 40 and I'm like in my 20s, I was just like, I don't know what headspace I was in. So this is awesome. This is awesome.
Diane brought up the name that I was talking about, Bubba Wallace.
Bubba.
Bubba Wallace. Yes, he is handsome. He's a beautiful young man too, and
Yeah, that's great.
he has dealt with the backlash and the racism and the
Right.
whatnot, but he still persevered, and he's really popular now in this business more now than
Right. Once we get our foot in the door, we dominate.
yes, dominating as we speak.
Mhm.
Yes. So, again, ladies, take the opportunity to read this article, share this article on your news feed. Maybe there's someone that is in that's a college student right now. Then they have
Mhm.
some dreams that they want to pursue. And this young man, he's been doing it he's been doing this since he was young, since he was in high
Yeah, I'm reading it.
and he wasn't scared. I just read a little clip about that. He didn't know what he was getting into, but he was still ready to do it. That's the thing. And that's a dream for real. That's something that he
Yep.
called to do. And he was like, yeah, I want more of it. I want more of it. So this is the
It
story.
is a rush. Car racing. My dad used to do it, and I don't like. I don't even like going over 30 miles an hour driving. But like to me,
Girl,
I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. So I get nervous that anybody who's racing, but it is a sport to learn control and knowing when to take big risks and stuff because this is people's lives. You can
it is.
really injure yourself. So
It
this
is.
is huge because he's getting like sponsorships deals and
Exactly.
like oh he's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing. That's why I said it's a money making machine. This
Hmm.
business is serious. So, you got to make sure you got the right car, the right engine, the right I mean, this stuff is so technical, it's ridiculous. And it's thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars that goes into the vehicle alone, you
Yep.
know, versus going and not just money coming in from all these different sponsors, but you got to have the right car, you got to have the right driver, the right team.
Yep. Yep.
It is a whole lot about that, but I'm super duper proud of this story. I'm proud of Raja Karuth. I can't wait to see his names on lights for
Raja.
real. That's awesome. So that's the only only thing we want to share with you tonight. Do we have a segment on just to know that you want to talk about anything on that? We have another segment called Just So You Know.
Just so you know, and you guys are invited to come on for this segment as well, because you guys are our community. We want to know what you guys have going on as well. But for
Yes.
me, I have a virtual event coming up in March. It's going to be really exciting. A 5-day challenge. Those of you who are interested in leveling up your email marketing, I'm kicking off the next round very soon. So go to emailpreneurtribe.com /5-day list building challenge. And that's basically it. Me being a mom and keeping,
Yes,
the
it.
kids are off from school. So if anybody wants to babysit, please come over. Not just a worker.
Girl, listen, there's a sister that I follow on YouTube. Her name is Siobhan. Siobhan, what's her last name? I can't think of Siobhan, but she is a divorced mom and she has I want to say 5, if not 6 kids. One of them
Mm-hmm.
already in college. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
is soon to go to college. She
Yeah.
has a set of twin daughters. have a son. Yeah. Oh, she is busy, but she's rocking it. I'm so proud of her.
You gotta send me her link.
Yeah, she's in Las Vegas celebrating her birthday.
Oh wow.
She took that trip by herself,
By
and
herself. Wow.
yes, she said it's for her and her alone.
That's right.
Um,
Living up, honey.
yeah, she bought her house. Well, at the time she was married, her and her husband had bought the house, and they she's been making, just doing
Mm-hmm.
so much. So she deserves it. She
Yeah,
deserves it. So you may
definitely.
your trip too, girlfriend. Just say,
Yeah, girl.
I'm gonna go. I
I'll
got
just lay in the hotel room the whole day, like sleeping. That'll be the first 2 days, and then I'll get things going the rest of the time.
okay,
How
okay.
about you, love?
Well, for me right now, I mean, I am still working behind the scenes. I'm doing my studies at this point. But as far as with my business, I am making more earrings. These are the earrings here that I have on right now that I'm selling and everything, y'all. So
Yes,
there's still
that
some more
part.
that I'll be sharing with you. I'm actually going to be probably sharing it when we have our self-care event in
Yes, yes, she is, y'all.
so get ready for that too, ladies. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's about it on
And she
my
gonna show you everything else she got. 'Cause she got a lot of goodies. Let me tell y'all. Okay,
I got too much right now.
she got a lot of stuff to show y'all.
Yes, Lordy. But other than
That's
that, that's
nice.
pretty much it. So we're going to get ready to transition over to our afterglow, ladies.
Yes, Teresa, can you put the Zoom link in Boxer real quick?
Yeah, yeah.
Put
Just
it in the box. Put it in
yeah.
the box.
The link should be out to you, ladies. Where you guys can click on it, and the password is sister. That's the
Yeah,
one.
all lowercase.
Yeah, sister. So let just come on over to my afterglow. That's
When
what we're
we
pretty much just
message me talking about I can't get in, we said lowercase sister. I can't get in. Y'all ain't letting me in, girl.
yes, and we're not gonna be on long, y'all. We're just gonna be
No, girl. Listen.
tops
Remember
and
we said we busy, but
yeah,
come on, join us though, y'all. We're gonna hang
yeah,
out with y'all.
yeah, because I gotta go myself. So I'll be on there for a few minutes, and I'm like, I got to go because I got
You
work.
know that for a quick sip.
Yes, 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 yes. But we getting ready to dismiss, and it was great
Yes.
back with you ladies again. We are just so super excited about what's to come in the next several weeks from now. Can't wait for this self-care event. It's
Can't
gonna be
wait.
awesome. It's gonna
The
be
room is open, y'all. So click on the Zoom link. The room is open. I just opened it.
yes. So if that's it, we're gonna go ahead and switch on over. And ladies, I want y'all to have an awesome, awesome weekend. Make sure you do your check it, self check, y'all. Continue to
Check,
do your
check.
check. All right. Other than
Bye.
that, we'll see you in the
Yes,
afterglow.
it's open. Come on in.
Bye, guys.